Just when we were all ready to doubt Ian Happ and what he means to the Chicago Cubs baseball team, tonight he reminded us. Let's talk about it. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I am your host, Mike Jones. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time viewing one of my episodes, listen, I need you to do me a big favor. I need you to comment below. Let me know, hey, I'm enjoying the stuff that you're putting on, Mike, the content that you are making. And, of course, I need you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Listen, we are on the road to 1K. Gaining back 1K followers. Like I said, we are very close to doing so. We're around 730 last time I checked. And I just appreciate everybody so far that has joined in, everybody so far that has subscribed, everybody so far that is liking and sharing the podcast. Thank you all so much. It means so much to me. Once again, cannot tell you enough. Secondly, guys, listen, here's what we do on this channel with the C3 fam. We have to fly the W. That's right. The Chicago Cubs did pick up another victory number 41 on what has been such a fun season for Chicago Cubs fans. We won some games I didn't expect us to win. We beat some teams I didn't expect us to beat. And, of course, we won the games we're supposed to win, too. We have a 4-game series set coming up after tomorrow that I definitely think the Chicago Cubs will see some success in also. But before all of that, we have to talk about the success the Chicago Cubs saw today. And this success was garnered by what? Two things to me: the bullpen and Ian Happ. First and foremost, Chicago Cubs did pick up an 8-4 victory over the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia tonight. The Chicago Cubs improved to 41-26 on the season, while the Phillies fall to 38-29 on the season. The Chicago Cubs really making range to separate themselves again from the Cardinals, from the Brewers, from the Reds, and from the Pirates in our division, but also putting themselves in the upper echelon of talent right there with the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Phillies as teams to look out for this season. So the Chicago Cubs are having a very good season so far, man. Now again, it's June. Again, let's start talking in July about playoffs and everything like that. But it's June, and I'm excited. I've seen a lot from the Chicago Cubs team, and they've done it in a multitude of ways. Tonight, you saw the home run ball come alive, guys. The Chicago Cubs got 2 homers from Ian Happ. One they got from Ian Happ in the 3rd to tie the game up, and then another home run they got from Ian Happ in the 6th to give the Chicago Cubs the lead, which they would not relinquish for the rest of the game. Now, I want to focus on Ian Happ for a minute, because I was of the mindset, and I had said this like a couple episodes ago, that with Ian Happ's struggles, it might be time to think about maybe moving PCA back into that leadoff spot. I was wrong. For 2 reasons. One, Ian Happ has shown the patience at the plate. And I don't believe, the second reason is I don't believe that Pete Armstrong is ready for that yet. I think that Ian Happ has shown you plate patience, and where he can, wait for the right pitch. It will cause him to strike out at times. They will sneak some fastballs past him or something like that. He's definitely more deadly from the right than he is from the left right now. But again, Ian Happ is just finding ways to have success, and he's still getting his mojo back up under him. He in this game, he had 2 home runs. He went 2 for 3 with scored 3 runs, and he improved his batting average to .255 on the season. So again, teams are going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But the Chicago Cubs team is showing you what they can do at the plate. And again, it's a welcome sight to see Ian Happ have success at the plate. Dansby Swanson also put a charge into one and got a home run in the second inning. It was nice to see that from Dansby Swanson, because he's been scuffling. It's hilarious because it happened right as JD was mentioning on the broadcast that that Dansby Swanson has been scuffling, and he needed to get some hits. And of course, boom, puts one right into center, dead in the center field. And of course, the Chicago Cubs on the board and gives them the lead. It was also great to see Michael Busch homer in this game after Ian Happ. Michael Busch also homered in this game. We have been waiting to see Michael Busch could recoup and recover. And then, of course, like I said, Ian Happ also homered. Reese McGuire doubled to center, and that scored Nico Horner. Kyle Tucker singled, and that scored McGuire. And then Suzuki singled, and that scored Happ. So that was all of the scoring in this game. The second thing that I want to talk about is the emergence of Caleb Thielbar. Now, I did an episode on the other channel when the Cubs first acquired Caleb Thielbar, and I said to myself that this could be one of those moves that flies under the radar, but is a really good signing. And Caleb Thielbar, so far, guys, has shown that he is what I thought he would be. Caleb Thielbar, guys, for his record, his ERA now sits at 1.85. He has not given up a single run since April 30th. It's June 10th now. And that's 14 consecutive scoreless appearances for Caleb Thielbar. He has been a revelation this season. He has been a part of that bullpen that has held the Chicago Cubs down. When the starters cannot get the job done, when the starters get beat up or have rough outings, or just, you know what I'm saying, the everyday guys aren't able to score in our batting order and they're struggling, you see this rendition of the Chicago Cubs bullpen come in and actually really, really deliver for the team. And I mean, it's great to see. It's great to see because it's literally, like I said, something that was a weakness for the Chicago Cubs has now turned into one of their very, very biggest strengths. Again, outside of the last outing for Daniel Palencia, he's looked pretty good. Ryan Presley has come back to life. Flexen has been a godsend. Of course, Brad Keller has looked really good too. So all of these guys. So you're looking at Thielbar. Thielbar's ERA is 1.85. Brad Keller's ERA is 1.99. Ryan Presley is steadily working on his ERA. It's dropped all the way from almost 7 to 3.96 because he has went 9 outings without allowing a run. And then, of course, Chris Flexen, who they got from the Mariners, still has not earned a single run in pitching for the Chicago Cubs. His ERA is 0.00. These guys are showing that they have the ability to keep the Chicago Cubs in games. They have the ability to help this team win big. And they have the ability to keep it close. Like I said, it's crazy because what the two things that we literally walked into this season saying was our deficiencies, and which was hitting and bullpen, now have come to become two of our strengths this season. And it's our starting pitching that is wavering right now, and it's due to health. But again, tune into my Chris Sale episode from yesterday if you want my ideas on who the Chicago Cubs should be targeting as far as trading for starting pitchers if we're really serious about winning the World Series. But the Chicago Cubs did their part, man. This was, again, another win. The Chicago Cubs have the opportunity tomorrow to take a series win against these same Philadelphia Phillies. That's right. The Chicago Cubs play the Phillies tomorrow, first pitch at 12:05. It's a getaway game for both these teams. They both, I believe, will go into 4-game series starting on Thursday. The Chicago Cubs will be back home to face the Pittsburgh Pirates for 4 straight consecutive games. So, again, you don't want to miss that. It's going to be a great series. Hopefully, the Chicago Cubs handle their business. The Cubs tomorrow will send out Ben Brown to pitch. Ben Brown will pitch for the Chicago Cubs tomorrow. He has a record of 3-4 with the ERA of 5.37. Ben Brown looked phenomenal in his outing against the Detroit Tigers last Friday night. So hopefully he comes with that same boom in this one. And again, the Chicago Cubs will go up against Jesús Luzardo, who beat the crap out the Cubs in their last outing when he pitched at Wrigley Field. So the Chicago Cubs do have some get back to get against him. Now, Luzardo's last 3 outings, he's gotten beaten up pretty bad. They mentioned it on the broadcast, and I went and looked at his numbers, and he gave up a lot of runs. So I don't know if he might be injured or something might be off with this pitch or with his pitchers or something like that. But this is absolutely an opportunity for the Chicago Cubs to take advantage. He is a left-handed pitcher, so you more than likely will see Justin Turner in the lineup instead of Michael Busch tomorrow, unfortunately. But hopefully Justin Turner can take full advantage of that. Last but not least, I want to talk about Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw in this game, y'all, literally has shown that he is legit. Matt Shaw is legit at the plate, getting base hits. Matt Shaw is legit playing defense at third base. There was a play where they hit the ball, and it was a high bouncer. He palmed the ball with his hand and threw the man out before he got to first base. And when I tell y'all I lost it on that play, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the play that Gold Glove dreams are made of. Matt Shaw has shown, guys, that he is for real. He is just fine at third base. Would I like to see more hits out of him? Would I definitely like to see more home runs out of him? Sure. Will that come with him maybe tweaking his swing up a little bit more? Absolutely. Is this still just his first full year? Sure. Like I said, but I still think Chicago Cubs maybe should look for another DH outside of Justin Turner, but that's just me. But outside of that, Matt Shaw is the real deal. And we have to give credit where credit is due because he has shown that he is the real deal. Tell me your thoughts, guys, on the Chicago Cubs bullpen, more specifically, Caleb Thielbar. I want you guys to comment below. What are your thoughts on Caleb Thielbar and the success that him and the rest of the bullpen have found? And his bullpen is only going to get stronger once we get back Shota Imanaga and we get back Porter Hodge. Why? Because once we get back Shota Imanaga, one of our starters will go to the bullpen, and they will be a bullpen piece. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. The Chicago Cubs will have many tools at their disposal once that happens. So, hey, let me know your comments below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And, hey, leave me a voicemail at 217-816-5499. I want to hear your thoughts. And last but not least, you can also write me at cubsbaseball1992@gmail.com. Until next time, this has been Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. Join the C3 fam. How do you do that? By hitting that follow button or that subscribe button right here on the channel. Until tomorrow, I appreciate each and every last one of you. Go Cubs.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the number one spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.